Hello, Ms. Buchanan, students that need a reader and you are online. I'm sending this to you directly so that you can get that reader accommodation and some clarification. Here we go. What is an algebraic expression for the word phrase? So you want to find, for number one, the algebraic expression for the sum of Q and 11. Remember that sum means addition. So you're going to circle either A, B, C, or D. Number two, the difference of F and 2. Remember, difference is going to be subtraction. So you're going to circle A, B, C, or D. 3, 5 times the sum of J and P. So you're going to have the sum of J and P and 5 times that. So remember, sum is addition, times is your multiplication, and that could be, next to it or in parentheses. Somehow, this is how times is going to be shown. So circle A, B, C, or D. Number 4, the quotient. And hopefully you're pausing this as needed because I'm just reading through it. I don't know how long it's going to take you to think through these, so pause it and take your time. Number 4, the quotient of 6 and the difference of A and K. So you're going to have 6 on top and then the difference of A and K on the bottom. Okay, difference is minus. What word phrase can you use to represent the algebraic expression? So we're going backwards now. 8 right next to an x. Is that A, 8 plus a number x, B, 8 minus a number x, C, 8 divided by a number x, or is that 8 times a number x? Remember what I said about, number 3, how that could be represented. Number 6, 3x plus 5. Is that A, the sum of 3 times a number x and 5, B, 5 times the sum of a number x and 3, C, a number x 3 times, a number x times the sum of 3 and 5, or D, 3 times the sum of a number x and 5. What is the simplified form of each expression? So here you're just going to use this. You're going to make sure you're following PEMDAS, doing what's in parentheses first, then dealing with the exponent, then doing your multiplication and division, and if there's any addition or subtraction left over, then you will do that last. Same thing here. Do order of operations, circle A, B, C, or D. Number 9, you're going to put 18 in for U, so it's going to look like 18 plus x is going to be 6 times 4. I could put that in parentheses. So it's going to look like that, 18 plus 6 times 4. Evaluate AB squared, so you're going to have 8 times 5 in parentheses, and you're going to square it. So circle A, B, C, or D. Number 11. What is an expression for the sale price of a bracelet that has been discounted 90% from its sticker price? Evaluate the expression for the sticker price of $70. Use the variable S for the sale price and P for the sticker price. So you would circle either A, B, C, or D. That represents that, the representation of that. And then right after it, when you solve it, what would the answer be? Okay, so A, B, C, or D there. 12, at the grocery store, you buy a carton of milk for $1.90, a loaf of bread for $2.90, and a bag of cookies for $3.10. Use mental math to find the cost of the groceries. So mental math, you could put this 90 plus this 10 cents, that would be another buck. So you could, put that up to $2. So 2 plus 3, 4, 5, and then 90 cents. So which answer would that be? Just mental math in it there. Okay, so basically, like I said, it would be like 5 plus 2 and a 90 cents. Okay, what is the simplified form of each expression? What you're going to do, I would do this. I would do -1, rewrite that, or a negative. You could look at it this way. So you're distributing this negative into the 8 and to the negative c. So remember, 2 negatives make a positive there. Okay, so E, B, C, or D. 14 was the simplified form of each expression. Doing it just the way I did it here, you're going to distribute that negative. So this negative should make this a positive, 8W. And then negative times a positive 9F, this should make this a negative. A negative and a positive makes a negative. So which one shows that? A, B, C, or D? 15, what is the solution of each equation? It says use mental math. What you're going to do is you're going to subtract 5. Solution of each equation, you're going to divide by 5. Take 8 divided by 5. For number 17, you're going to multiply by 3. So take -1 times 3. Number 18, Manny and Emma are both competing in a long jump competition at their school. Manny can jump 3/4 of the distance that Emma can jump. Manny can jump 18 inches. So 18 is 3/4 of what Emma can jump. So how far can Emma jump? 18 is 3/4 of what Emma can jump. So it should be more than, the answer would be more than 18, because he can only jump 3/4 of the distance, or 75% of what Emma could jump. So A, B, C, or D there. 19. Remember, for this one, you're going to subtract 17 from both sides, and then get rid of the negative sign on both sides, because you're going to get rid of the negative D. What would your answer be? A, B, C, or D? Number 20, Hannah wants to buy a $550 camera. She can save $45 each week from her paycheck. However, before Hannah can buy the camera, she must give her brother $75 that she owes him. For how many weeks will Hannah need to save before she can pay back her brother and buy the camera? So it's going to equal 555, and she 45 each week, so 45x minus the 75. Okay, so you're going to want to solve for x here, and that will tell you how many weeks that Hannah's going to need in order to pay back her brother and to pay for that camera, to save for that camera. What is the solution of the equation? You would multiply by 2. So you would get, let me take you to the first step. And so I multiply both sides by 2. Now you would add 5 to both sides. So B equals whatever 16 plus 5 is. Number 12, you're going to combine your like terms first. Then you're going to isolate the variable. So your first step would be 12 equals 5 minus 4p is just 1p minus 3. Okay, so you would add 3 to both sides. So p would equal whatever 12 plus 3 is. A, B, C, or D. Number 23, you would do the same thing. Let me do the first step for you. Combine your like terms. A negative 6y plus a 4y is a negative 2y plus 14 equals 32. Okay. I would subtract 14 from both sides, and then whatever that answer is, divide it by negative 2. Should be getting a negative answer there. For number 24, let me take you to the first step, distributive property. 2 times y is 2y. 2 times 6 is a plus 12 equals 30. Okay. I'm going to subtract 12 from both sides. Then whatever that answer is, when you subtract it here, you're going to get rid of it. Subtract 12 from the side. Whatever that answer is, divide by 2. That would be your answer. 24. I'm going to combine my like terms. I'm going to get, the x by itself on one side. So let me subtract 3x from both sides. And that would give me x minus 4 equals negative 2. So to get the x by itself, I'm just going to add 4 to both sides. Go ahead and do that and circle A, B, C, or D for your answer. 26, I have a lot of distributive, so let me get you to the first step. I'm going to keep 3p minus 1 on this side. Then I'm going to do the distributive property. I should have 5p, negative 5, because 5 times negative 1 is negative 5. Minus 2 times 7 is 14. A negative 2 times a negative 2p is going to be a positive 4p. Okay, so I have all of this. What I have to do is I have to combine my like terms, get p by itself on one side, and solve for p. Let me take you through the first step of number 27. I'm going to use the distributive property. 3 times 9 is 27x. And then 3 times a negative 5 is a negative 15. That's going to equal negative 6 times a negative 10 is going to be a 60x. Negative 6 times a positive 8 is going to be a negative 48. I would probably subtract 27x from both sides, get your new x, and then I would add the 48 to both sides, keeping it positive, and then divide whatever is with that x, divide both sides by that, and you should get A, B, C, or D as your answer. Which equation is an identity? It's going to be the one that is going to be the same on both sides of the equation, A, B, C, or D. When you combine your like terms, it would be the same thing on each side of the equation. So I would tell you it's either A or D. Your answer is going to be either A or D on that one, because I could see B or C would not be an identity. Narrow it down for you. Help you out a little bit. Number 29, which expression has no solution? That means it would actually get rid of the variable on both sides, okay? So, the variable will just disappear. And let me tell you, it's either going to be A or D on this one also, because I could already tell B and C would not work out that way. Wait, I take that back. Yeah, I erased that. Let me go with either A or B on that one. Okay, A or B on that one. So for 29, your choices are either A or B. So you'd have, when you're getting rid of the variable, trying to get it on one side, it just totally disappears. And you get two numbers that are not equal. It says that they're equal, but they're not equal, so that would be no solution. All right, what is the solution of each equation? Let me start you off on this one. I would do the distributive property. So we have 2h minus 10, that's the distributive property, minus h equals h minus 10. So you end up with 2h minus h. 2h minus h is just going to be h, so you're going to have the same thing on both sides. You're going to have h minus 10 equals h minus 10. So that's either A or C, infinite solutions or no solution. Think about what we just did in 28 and 29. In this one, and this is what I was talking about in number 29, when I go to get rid of my 3z on this side, and I get rid of it on this side, I end up getting negative 14 equals 15. Is that so? Does negative 14 equal 15? Okay, so your answer is either going to be B or D on that one. Okay. What do you get when you solve y minus v equals u plus yx for x? You're going to want to get the x by itself on one side of the equation. So let me take you to the first step. Let me copy it down here. The first step would be to get rid of this u. Okay, I just copied it. So to get rid of that u, I would subtract u from both sides. These cancel out. I get negative v, and this cancels out too, yx. Okay, so I'm solving for x. So all you're going to do is you're going to take that negative v, divide it by y, and that would equal x. So which one, A, B, C, or D, looks like negative v divided by y equals x? They may have written it backwards. In fact, they did. 33, what is the solution for the proportion? Remember, you're going to cross multiply. So the first step, the x goes with the 4, so it's going to be 4x equals 5 times negative 8 is going to be negative 40. So all you're going to do is take negative 40 divided by 4, and that will give you x. And let me set you up this one. 20 times x plus 9 is going to equal whatever 14 times 8 is, whatever that is. Okay? Go ahead and figure that out. Use the distributive property, get x by itself, and it's either going to be A, B, C, or D. Okay, hopefully this helps, and take your time, go back, and redo any of the ones that you think you need to redo. Get this turned into Mrs. Buchanan. Thank you.